Have you ever had a potted plant where no matter what you do, it always looks wilted? No matter how much you water it, it comes back to life, and then the next day it gets wilty again. Well, that's exactly what I have here in my guava tree. I just watered it this morning and it's starting to get wilty. And for sure, tomorrow morning, the leaves will become more droopy than it is right now. Come join me and I'll show you the solution to this. The main reason why you would have a plant in a pot that gets wilted no matter how much you water, and you end up watering it maybe every day or perhaps at worst morning and evening. That vicious cycle is possibly because the plant is root bound, meaning the roots have gone through a circle and it's already compacted inside the pot. So that would be a signal for you that you need to repot the plant. Now, this guava tree here, I know it's in the middle of summer, in the morning or in the evening when I water it, when I notice that the leaves are wilted, in the early morning of the next day it looks fine, but by mid-morning it gets wilted again. Aside from the hot summer sun of Australia, I would suspect that it's already either root bound or it lacks a lot of soil, or it's simply because that the pot is too small for this plant here. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to repot this. But mind you, I have to be very careful in repotting this because I just spied upon a flower bud on this plant. So I have to be extra careful with this guava tree because it is starting to flower. You might say, like, why not wait for the next season before repotting? But I had to decide whether to risk it, not repotting it right now and letting the plant go through that cycle of wilting and perking up and wilting throughout the day. I just have to be careful in taking it out of the pot, not to damage any roots, or if possible, not to disturb the roots at all. One thing that you have to remember is you have to get a larger pot than what the plant is in right now. So that's number one. And the next thing is you have to pick potting mix that is really good. So what I have here is premium potting mix over here, and I'm going to use it for here. Thirdly, when you have a pot, of course you would have holes underneath. What I did is get this mesh. What I have here is fiberglass mesh, so it's not going to easily get damaged underneath, and I'm going to put it at the base of the pot so the soil won't escape that easily. Since this pot is much larger than this one and much taller, what we'll do is first put some soil at the bottom a little bit so that it will be lifted up to at least the base of the tree. Nah.
Huh?
No. I'll just, yeah. Next up. What I'm doing here is filling up the pot at least until the base of that existing pot here. So when I put the tree, it's not going to get buried too low and might cause some base rot. So I think that's about it. So far I've put soil. At least I have the height of the existing pot, so when I put the tree in here, it won't be buried too much.
Yeah, because
So,
the
yeah,
branches are low.
yeah.
I don't think it's enough the
Let's have a look.
The branches will be on the...
Okay. When you have a precious tree like I have, because this is a tropical tree and we live in a temperate climate, you have to make sure that you give it the best of everything. Like what we have here is premium potting mix. So fingers crossed it's going to thrive despite the difference in the usual climate it grows in. You think that's enough, right? Okay, I think that's right. Okay. You think?
Yeah, it's right. It's right.
Yeah. Kindly put it hard. Okay. Yep. Yeah. It's a little bit high already, so I'll just move it to the side. Okay. Okay. All right. What we have to do is be very careful not to disturb the roots because it's in an active growing stage, and I actually saw a flower bud a little earlier this morning, and yeah.
So how do you...
So I'll just be careful in removing this.
Okay. You need to loosen the side, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Got it.
I intentionally didn't water it right now so that it will be easier to remove it from the pot and that I'm not going to disturb the roots. And you'll notice that it's not really that root bound, although you have a little bit of swirl in the roots here, but basically this one hardly has any roots yet. I mean, but you can see that you can see that the plant isn't root bound just yet. So it is perfect time. It is a perfect time, not really. It's not an ideal time to transfer it right now, to repot it, because like I said, it's in its active stage of growing, but I need to because it's always getting dry by the end of the day, even after I watered it thoroughly. So let's do this. I'm not going to tamp around. Normally, when you're repotting a plant, you will tamp around and try to tease the roots a little bit. I'm not going to do it right now because since it's not root bound yet, I will just have to plunk it in, being very careful, and just add some soil in here. Yeah. Yeah.
It's right or it's too deep? Just right.
Yeah.
Just the branches are low now.
Yeah. I didn't want to cut the branches just yet, but
Would you like to lift it a little bit more?
no, because look, it's already way up there and there are roots sticking out, so
Okay.
I'll bury this a little bit. Okay.
Center already.
Yeah, what do you think? Okay. I kindly fill it up, can be.
What?
Fill it up.
It's not center. Okay.
It's not.
I don't...
It is.
Yeah,
This is
see
the
it here.
center. So while Francis is filling up the pot with potting mix, I'm going to get a watering can and going to put root stimulant in the water. So there it is. Excuse me, hon. Excuse me, hon. You're stepping on the Yeah, thank you. What I will add to the water is plant What I will add to the water is a root stimulant, and it's going to reduce the transplant shock of this plant, of this tree. So
More?
yeah, I think I put it. I think it's too high.
Just spread it.
And like you said, it's going to settle anyway a little bit, yeah.
Have to go near it.
Okay. Yeah. What we've done is filled the pot to at least 2 centimeters from the rim, and I didn't want to tamp down around the roots again because I didn't like to disturb the roots. What we'll do is water it thoroughly for the next couple of days, and we're going to expect that the soil is going to settle a little bit, and then we'll add a little more soil to it until it will be right around the plant roots. So in this watering can, I put plant stimulant or root stimulant. To help welcome it into its new pot. There you have it, guys. Guava tree repotted or transplanted, watered down with root or plant stimulant, and fingers crossed it will still thrive. Thanks for watching.